This time of year, you might find yourself running right from work to a holiday party. So here to show us how to take our makeup from the office to the office party in just 5 minutes, he says, is our favorite makeup artist, Darbey Bacchus Budd. Good to see you again, Darbey.
Good morning. Hi, thank you.
And you've got our model here, Kat.
That's
and you're
right.
going to show us how, so let's take a look at her makeup now. And
Absolutely.
What are you going to suggest?
Well, basically, when you don't have a lot of time and you're just heading right out the door or right out of the office to the party, some things that you can do to kind of emphasize your look and to kind of night it up a little bit. We're going to play up a little bit more intensity around the eye, and that's what we're going to do right now. So you can just kind of reach into your handbag, grab one of your dark pencils. Let's go ahead and eyes low. We're just going to take a little V, just like that. With a pencil, I trace a little line on the top, go ahead and eyes up, a little line on the bottom.
So you're not going all around the eye, just the edges?
Just the edges for a little bit of a cat eye. Yeah, cat, yeah. I totally was just working on that.
Yeah. Did you want to do some times at Harvey's with Dave here?
Let's go eyes up a little bit.
And so now what are you doing? You're
what I'm doing
on top of that?
Yeah, dig this. What I'm doing right now is taking a card. So take one of your business cards because you're at the office, right? To create a little bit more, let's go eyes low a little bit. To create a little bit more of a smoky eye, I angle the card from the lash, from the corner of the eye up to the edge of the brow. And check this out, with a little bit of just a soft brush, I work a dark shadow just all the way across this corner.
Oh.
Just kind of mindlessly, which is really easy for me.
That's a really good idea.
But look at that. Now we got a little sweepy little cat thing there. That's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. Let's go eyes low a little bit. But so if you want to get that look and you don't have much time to do it, this is a great way to do it, that eye, that little bit more dramatic, kind of smoky cat-like eye, which is really cool.
Great.
And of course, beef up on the mascara. So recurl your lashes. Go ahead and eyes low. And really pound on that mascara because the lighting's going to be low. And chances are you want a little bit more of a fuller, kind of a big lift on the eye. The lashes are going to do that.
And that's really the purpose, because the lighting is going to change. You don't have the fluorescence of the office.
Very good.
You're going to be in a banquet room or a party room or somewhere, a bar.
Exactly.
Low
Bar.
lights, a bar.
A low-lit lounge, perhaps. I don't know.
There you go.
Of course, cheeks are something also you get away with a little bit more intensity with that. So we're going to pop on a very bright color, just a nice bright pink, and go right on the apples here. And I'll just do one side here so we can get on to the next idea that I have.
Okay. Because I was going to ask you about shimmer with the holidays. It seems like that would be kind of the time to use all the sparkly stuff.
In fact, let me enter the second canvas here. So let's switch up real quick, Kat. And what we're going to do now is introduce some bright colors.
Okay.
So the same thing goes. We can have a little bit more fun because the lighting's a little bit low. With my finger, I'm just going to take a loose mineral shadow with a vibrant pink. Let's go eyes low.
I thought you couldn't do pink around the eyes.
You know what? You've got to be careful, and it's always a good idea to prime the eyelids so that there's some sort of like a tacky surface, so that's going to grab the color, so it's not going to seep in the eye. Okay. So always use your eyeshadow primer.
Okay.
And then your mineral shadows and your shadows in general, especially if they have pink or red in them, it's going to be safe to use because it's not going to drop in the eye and add irritation.
And what you were concerned with is pink around the eye conflicting with the bloodshot of the eye after the party.
Yes.
There you go.
Right.
It's kind of that whole monochromatic look, though. It's kind of flattering. It just depends on what you're going for, though. But see, now something like this, we can do a lot of pink. We can do a little bit of pink on the eye like this, kind of a bold color, but then also pull out of one of your bolder lipsticks or lip glosses, like this one, which is a beautiful color called Veronica. It's just a nice bright pink, kind of jazzy.
Pinks are really in this season.
Pinks are very hot. Look at that thing.
Well, we got pink in her hair.
Exactly.
She's going with
all
that.
over this thing.
And glosses.
Whatever happened to just lipstick sticks?
You know,
lipsticks apply with a brush now.
You know, the lipsticks are still there. I always apply them with a brush. But the thing about lipsticks are they're not quite as emollient, of course. And so if you want that kind of a fun, pouty, sexy look, go with the glosses. You know, it's going to transfer off on those cocktail glasses a little faster, which is not a great thing. But it's a quick touch-up, and it's an easy touch-up. As with the lipsticks, they do last longer. But this is just a little bit more of a fun look.
Well, and depending on lipstick, you can tell which wine glass is yours because of the lipstick you left on the wine
Exactly.
glass.
You know, and something not to forget also is maybe kind of reaching into some of the fun, kind of little glittery things like I have here.
Oh, now that looks like fun.
And this just comes in a pot like this, which is a really pretty. This one's a red. So we're working with scary, fun, kind of crazy things, but just a little bit here, right across the lid, just for a little reflective color. And a little kind of that little
Can
zip.
someone older than 35 wear that kind of glittery stuff?
Yeah,
on
you
the
just want to
eyes?
be a little lighter-handed with it generally, but and also keep it in areas that are a little bit less textured, like the lower lid here. Up in the brow bone here, just keep this area a little bit more neutral. So your fun pink colors or your frosty, reflective colors, let's keep them just down here on the lower part of the lid, which is nice. Don't forget to beef up the lashes again, but then also those cheeks. Let's go eyes low again. It's always a good selling point. If you have a pair of false lashes, it's always a good idea to pop them on. If you need help, call someone that's put them on before.
What is it better to? I know in the past you've put on the false eyelashes, but it seems like you can do the single lashes.
You can do it like almost a not a lash to lash. Adhering extension, thank you, yeah. But they're like little clusters, yeah. You can just rest along the lash line. You can do like 4 or 5 and make it look very, very natural. Absolutely.
That would seem like the way to go.
It is.
Yeah.
And it looks very natural, but the bands are still quite easy if you can get in the habit of using them. You always want to practice 1 or 2 times before your event if you're going to be going out that night.
Because otherwise they just flop off.
They flop off, or you can kind of glue the outside corner of your lid shut, giving you a little lazy look, which isn't really that sexy, you know. I don't know.
No, that looks great. I love it. You know, the sparkle is hard to see on camera, but in person it looks really pretty.
It's really pretty, and it's really subtle.
Yeah, very nice.
And you can always add a little bit of water to your colors to make them pop a little bit more. And not to forget that, you know, it's not really hard when it's raining outside. You can just look up.
All right, so we want to tell folks if they'd like to get a hold of you, they can. We'll put the information on our website at k2.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys very much.